Hello, Cancer, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of June 15th through the 21st. And during that time, we will have a waning gibbous moon. That's a really good time for self-reflection and rebirth. Good time to make positive changes and just think about ways in which you want to grow in the next cycle. We then move into the last quarter moon, and that, of course, that reflection continues, but kind of a good time to release what no longer serves you, good time to get ready for new beginnings and, letting go, taking responsibility for actions and just kind of letting go of negative energy, that sort of thing. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. Your overall message card for this reading is a new romantic cycle begins, Cancer. That's pretty exciting. All right, this will be an intuitive general reading, so please keep that in mind. That will be for energies that you may or may not encounter this week, Cancer. Sorry, and please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right. And as I'm shuffling, I would like to remind you that you notice the world around you today, not just today, of course, but every day. But my weekly reminder is about synchronicity, that you notice if there's, a different animal that you don't see every day, maybe repeating number patterns, songs, conversations, that sort of thing. But watch for those little synchronicities. It's kind of the universe's breadcrumbs on your unique path. And it's kind of there to show you the way, give you little hints and clues. For example, I know like animals, if there's an animal that gets in front of you that you see and it's like, well, I don't see one of those every day. It could be that the universe is telling you that there's a situation in your life that requires the attributes of that animal. So, maybe if you need to go look up that, well, what are the attributes of, maybe a fox, if you don't see a fox every day, maybe that you do need to be, a little sly and sneaky about something. So, but anyway, that's just from my reminder for the week, is to watch for those synchronicities to appear in front of you. Also, Cancer, since my readings are free to you, all that I ask in return is that you hit the subscribe button there. It really helps my channel. It's super easy for you to do. And if you've already done that, thank you so much. I am seeing people that have been coming back over and over. And just to let you know that I do appreciate you so much. So, all right, Cancer, June 15th through the 21st. A new romantic cycle begins. What do you guys have going on? Well, here comes the Magician in your present energy. So you've got a new romantic cycle, and you've got the Magician saying, how would you like to proceed? We're going to get into this new cycle, and do you want to proceed with cups, pentacles, swords, wands? That's just the Magician asking you, what is it that you want right now? Pretty exciting. I love when the Magician comes out in your overall present position, because it just means that you're kind of entering into this new phase, and you're kind of at a choice point, which is pretty exciting. In your current situation is the Empress, so very interesting. This is our card of creativity. It's also our card of pregnancy, and kind of letting things, this is our mother, this is the nurturer, but it doesn't always have to be pregnancy, although I do say that sometimes it is. And for some of you, it may be that you're entering into that sort of new cycle. So please pay attention if that's something you're into or not into. You may need to know that. But it's also, it's about, this could be if a new relationship is coming in for you, this is something that you will nurture long term. Also, it doesn't have to be an actual baby, but we nurture relationships, and if we want them to be long term, we work on how they are, we work on their growth, but it could be a project, that sort of thing. But it's something that you're going to creatively really put your time and energy into, to see the fruits of literal labor months and months down the road. It's not something that's just going to happen this week, and so it's something that's more long term. At the root of your situation is the Ace of Wands. So new passion coming in for you. That's pretty interesting too. This could be in the way of a new relationship. This could be a baby. This could be a new job. This could be just something, some new creative project. But that's kind of at the root, as this thing comes in, and it's going to change you. It's going to change your life. Is it a person? For some of you, it may be. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Since it is a new romantic cycle for some of you, that's exciting. In your recent past is the Queen of Wands. So, you're coming into this with the understanding of how passions affect you, how passions affect those around you, how, what your place in the world. And both of these are very maternal cards too. So I'm going to say that we've got now kind of double whammy on this maternal instinct. So for some of you, this definitely could be about childbirth. It could be maybe not even you. It could be just someone around you or someone, maybe you having a grandchild coming into the picture. I'm just really getting that maternal feel here. What's on your mind is justice this week. So truth. There's some truth that's coming in, and it could just be a truth that you're learning about yourself with this new Ace of Wands coming in, that there's some sort of truth coming in for you, and it comes in the way of fire and passion. So that's pretty exciting. Again, this could be a person for a lot of you because we're at a new romantic cycle. What's just ahead of you is the Page of Swords. So this is going to be a new path for you, and it's going to be a new way of communicating, a new way of thinking. And it could be, again, if this is like a new romantic cycle, it's just a new way of communicating with a new person that you have in your life. So each new person that we meet maybe communicates in a different way, and it might be different than what you're used to. This person may want to communicate on a much deeper level than you're used to, and that's going to be new for you, but you're going to take time to kind of get used to that, right? So, cancers can be kind of quiet and uncommunicative is the word I'm trying to say. And maybe this person is really good at kind of, opening you up and pulling that stuff out for you. So that's pretty exciting. In your advice position, well, look at that. You're going to end up at a place at your ultimate happiness. And your advice is to seek that. It's okay. Go ahead and seek that 10 of cups. Get those cups full. Again, if the magician is asking you here at the beginning, how you want to proceed. It looks like you may choose cups. You may choose your emotions. Um, but what's interesting too is I'm seeing a lot of the different elements. I don't see any pentacles on the table. I always look, as we will look at the end, when there's an element missing, this maybe doesn't have to do with your material world as much as it does with your emotional world and your passion, your thoughts and your feelings. What is beyond your control this week is the Four of Swords. So definitely some rest, some meditation, and some thinking about what's going on. This is going to drive you to think about things and think about things a little bit deeper. Like I said, with this Page of Swords, if someone is encouraging you to communicate in a new way, or you're just having to take that path, and that might be a little much for you. You may need to have a break from that if that's not your normal way of being. I'm not saying that you won't enjoy it, but sometimes you add that new thing and it's like, oh, that was a lot. I really need to just stop and rest and think about that for a minute and kind of let your brain settle. But that's kind of beyond your control, is to just take that time a little bit this week, go within, think about these changes that are going on in your life, go within and just give yourself time to rest and think about things. What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid, is the Knight of Swords. So lots of swords coming in, and this Knight of Swords, this is our fast acting knight, right? This is action, and it's quick action. And so are you trying to avoid, quick words or quick thoughts when it comes to this situation, or is that your secret desire? And it could be, that it's your secret desire. Like I said, if this is a new person that comes in, you might just be like out there ready to act right now, and moving. That's your big question this week, is do you act right now on this, or do you not? So that's something for you to think about. Are you trying to avoid, acting quickly? And maybe that's a mistake you've made in the past, and you're kind of afraid to, you know, you meet this person and you want to ask them out right away. And that might be something that in the past has not gone well for you. So that's where that reluctance might come in. But that's your big question of the week. So definitely think about that. In your outcome position is enjoy the fruits of your labor. This is the only pentacle here that's coming out. And I'm not surprised with all these swords and wands coming out in this reading too. So, definitely take the time to do that. Enjoy, whatever this is that is happening for you. This card is just saying to just kind of take it all in, enjoy it, while it lasts, and kind of be in the moment with that. Let's get a final look here from the Soul Oracle deck Final words here for Cancer, June 15th through 21st. This is a pretty exciting little time for you. Oh, we've got a card that came right out here. The creative no, very interesting. And that's here with this Knight of Swords that we were talking about. Do you want to act quickly? Get this card to stand there. Do you want to act quickly or not? And it might just be that you are saying that creative no to yourself, that like, no, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to, not go as quickly as maybe I normally would and jump into things. And that's where this Four of Swords comes in too. Is take some time to think about things. You don't have to act quickly. Um, you can take your time. So that's good. Again, that's your big question of the week: is how quickly do you want to act on whatever this new situation, this new Ace of Wands that comes in here for you? How quickly do you want to act on that? And we've got two cards here that came out. Express your joy. Definitely here with the I would pair that definitely with the Nine of Pentacles. There's live in the moment and enjoy whatever's going on, and also work with devotion. So, yeah, I would say that's with your meditative time there. So, Cancer, this is very interesting. If this is a new romantic cycle, again, this could be something that's going to go along for you for months. This is something that it looks like, the advice is to enjoy the happiness that it gives you and enjoy the moment. And I think that's a pretty great message. I'm excited to see, some of the comments that might come in on this. So if you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what's going on in your life this week that came in, and what did you choose? What's going on with this Empress? Is this something new, some creative thing that's new? Is it an actual baby, an actual relationship, or, tarot is a template. It could be a lot of different things going on for you. So, Cancer, I really appreciate your time here with me today. Again, if there's something that you want to share, and if you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what it is that you guys are going through. I do post readings every week, so come back next week and we'll see if this energy continues or if there's something completely fresh and new here for you next week. So, again, if you like my channel, please like and subscribe. It really does help. And most importantly, it'll help you find me next week. So thanks, Cancer, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.